Are you guys ever are you guys interested in this Vince Vaughn serial killer movie? It's coming out.
Let me do the intro.
No, not today.
Welcome
You're
to
done. No, it started.
Welcome to the Relatively Jumbo podcast. My name is Nick. I am joined by my esteemed colleague Steve,
Stop.
and joined by not Devin. Devin was unavailable. He DNP today, so instead we've got a guest appearance by our fall guy Bryan.
Fall guy. What's up, guys? Glad to be here.
Before we start, any questions for us based off the first, couple of months?
Yeah. So after that episode where you called me your fall guy, I kind of stopped watching. So
Yeah, I know.
what do you guys do?
So we're just, we're just here.
I'm just kidding. Come on. No, let's do this.
Okay, so Fall Guy Bryan. Oh, first of all, follow us on Instagram, Jumbo Podcast, Twitter @Jumbo Podcast. Subscribe on YouTube. Just search the Relatively Jumbo Podcast. We put we do like a 15-minute wrap-up video after the pod that goes up there along with the podcast episodes. Hi, Bryan. How are you doing? First episode.
Not too bad. I was just thinking about how my internet is not bad. I have good internet, guys. Obviously, it was a little bit of a struggle to get on here today. That's because I'm using my computer from 2009. All right, graduated high school, got this computer. I've been using it, and of course, I was trying to stream the current football game. But yeah, recently I purchased 5 Microsoft Surfaces from an auction at work, and you know me, I should be using it, but my Jewish ways won't allow it. So I just have
Good Lord.
5 unopened boxes of Microsoft Surfaces, brand new.
Just get a YouTube video going. Just be like, we got surprise box opening. What we got? Oh, Surface. Got another box. Oh no, the Surface. Oh shit.
My
Let me
computer's
ask you a
working
question. What do you sell? What do you sell those for?
for money.
Crack. Food. He's going to a trading post and he's like, I have Surface. Give me 3 of melon and 7 pound of potato.
So I was I might be a little bit in trouble if I can't sell them because you guys know I'm engaged to get married in a year, and I didn't mention this to her until after I made the decision to purchase them, and I got $5,000 on my credit card now.
Oh.
Wait a second.
But
they were $1,000 a piece?
I thought those were tablets, the Surfaces.
there's some are Surfaces, some are laptop computers.
Well, wait a second. You just said it was 5 Surfaces. Now it sounds like you bought 7 things.
There's a Surface tablet and a Surface computer.
Oh,
There's 2 different Surfaces, bro.
man.
So, if you paid $1,000 a piece, how much can you sell them for?
So one of them is listed at $3,300 online. One's like $2,500. Overall, if I were to buy them brand new on Amazon or Microsoft, they'd be about $10,000.
Wait, why? What the fuck? What are these limited edition? I don't understand why this is like this. A fucking computer, they sell those and they restock, I thought. Why would there be more of value with a thing that...
Because
No, I don't think you're understanding. He bought them at an auction for $1,000 a piece, but they're actually worth on average $2,000.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
And this nose won't let me keep one because $2,000 is $2,000. Like,
That's
Am
true.
I allowed to say that? I'm sorry.
No,
Well, let me.
you're not allowed. Get out.
You're the. Yeah, you're the fall guy. You can't be problematic. You're the guy that we blame the stuff that we say on.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, we can't be like Brian said the stuff where it's not our fault. Brian wrote the stuff. No, I mean you're in this now.
Yeah.
But so
So,
wait,
like, how are you? Are you putting these on eBay? Are you actively selling these?
So I was gonna put them on eBay, but they take about 25%. So forget that.
scum of the earth.
So far I put them on Facebook Marketplace, and I've had a few people reach out for a couple of them, but I'm thinking about going on Amazon. They only charge you $1 per item, and they take 8% commission. So
Bezos, you're giving Bezos the
I
money.
hate it.
dude.
I hate it.
Who would you rather give it to, Bezos or Zuckerberg? Your money. If you had $1,000, I'm like, I gotta give it to one of these guys. I can't keep it either. Who you giving it to?
Zuckerberg won't get shit because I will meet up with somebody or just ship it to him and get Venmo or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not
gonna
gonna
meet up with
actually go through
Zuckerberg. He's gonna
Facebook.
rob you blind. He's gonna bring a gun. You're gonna sell your Surface to Mark Zuckerberg. He's gonna come out with a gun and he's like, "Give me all your stuff. You're getting robbed here."
Bezos is gonna buy it off of Facebook, and they're both gonna show up.
Oh fuck, it's a
Yeah.
battle.
Mhm.
They're battling for these Surfaces. It's like it's a great deal. How can you not
Hey,
understand it?
you
Like
know,
Jeff, what the fuck?
I just have to say I'm a little bit in the doghouse. Do either of you want to buy a Microsoft Surface?
Let me get back to you.
Maybe
Uh, let-
$2,000.
Is this
I'll
a
give you a discount.
is this an I'm the
1,900.
asshole? Because technically this could be an I'm the asshole. That's a great intro to Brian being on the show. Is putting $5,000 on your credit, being an asshole, but you are selling it back. You're guaranteeing at least $5,000 profit. And you're just
Well,
Nothing's guaranteed.
I'm already saying. I mean, in this marketplace, a lot of people are working. A lot of people are willing to be like, "Hey, you know what? I'm willing to spend $2,000 on a computer setup."
Yeah,
Uh,
we're not
I'm
getting a stimulus check. It's like the worst economy going on with the most unemployed people, and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna go spend $5,000.
I'll tell you what, Brian. If we get another stimulus check, I'll get back to you on the Surfaces.
I was banking on
So we better get one.
it.
We better get one.
We got Black Friday
I'll,
coming up. Like
That's
people
what
are
I'm
like,
saying. Like, why don't you just wait outside? You could just pull up your van or something out to the other parking lot of a Best Buy. Be like, I got a better deal. Brian's buy. You get over here. You get a great deal.
first 5 people with cash.
I'd say you are an asshole if you don't sell them.
Yeah.
Oh, he better. No, Brian's gonna be having a 10 monitor setup coming soon. He's gonna be like, "Oh, this is amazing. I got all these Look at I can shift
We got the
the
recording
screen
studio, guys.
all through these."
In my man cave here. Yeah.
So does she know how much you spent on them?
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because so actually Maravilla is one of the guys that reached out to me. He's looking for one of them, the one that I got listed for 1,900. And so now that she knows that people are interested in it, she has already
Oh
started
yeah.
talking about what
Here
are we
we
gonna do
go.
with the money.
Here we go. Now that she knows that the money's involved, now she's very much in. She sees the benefits. Oh,
And
that's a classic.
she made it perfectly clear that this was my own decision and my own money. But
That's
I need the
hey,
profit.
you put a ring on it. That's
Hey,
changing immediately. That's your
maybe you could get
profits
us a new
together.
TV with that money. Or
That's becoming. That's your guys' profit,
hey,
not you.
I could pay for grad school with that. Like, yeah.
Just her making suggestions like that, she's already spending your money. That's you get. You'd be like, no, I'm getting a PS5. All right, you chill out.
I'm using this money to buy 10 PS5s.
just fuck.
I'll just keep trading in.
Just treat you to get smaller things. It's like in February. It's like I got 3,000 Zunes all unopened.
Next big thing. They are unopened though.
That's sick. So is it
I think
just
that's how Bezos started Amazon, right? Are you
See,
just the next Bezos?
I mean, I might be.
that's
Is he? Is he Jewish? I'm the Jewish Bezos.
you need to you need to be like just take a picture of your garage and be like, this is where Brian sold his first computers, and now this is where he's at now. Just like everyone loves
You've
that
seen my one
picture.
car garage at Bensenville.
Yeah.
That's not
Everyone loves
squirting
that
anything on
picture
it.
though. Like Jeff Bezos, like started his
Yeah.
life here in this garage. He didn't even have a house. He just lived in the garage his
Mine will
whole
have a
life.
dead raccoon in the corner and a skunk under it. So, you know.
He sold those books though. He knew how to hella sell those books.
Are you both watching the game right now? I'm jealous.
I'm watching the World Series and NBC. I can do it. You know, Nick can too, but he's also a cable cutter. You're a cable cutter as well, Brian.
I'm not a cable cutter. I've been watching Red Zone all day.
Oh wait, then why don't you? Where's your TV at? And you can just put it on.
I'm in a 800 square foot 1 bedroom condo. So there's
Ah,
one cable box.
yeah. Tell her to. You know what? We got to do some research on this game, honey. We gotta. It's pretty
That's what I
important.
said. I was like, what do you think I'm going to be talking about? It's all sports.
We're doing the play-by-play through our
Yeah.
podcast. What do you think we're doing?
Hey, how's Kenyon Drake doing?
Poorly, not good.
I wish I would have given you Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, which is everyone, we did a trade on fantasy football that nobody cares about, that hasn't worked out well for either of us so far today.
Classic.
So
This is classic moves. I might shake things up. I just like to just text on that group just to just stir the pot more. I think I've just become a guy that just wants a pot stir. Just say I'm trading everybody just so I can get some reaction, and I really don't have any intentions whatsoever.
you're just kicking tires. There's always one guy that always is talking about, is just like stirring the pot, and then there's one guy that's always suggesting like 50 different trades.
Yeah. Well, that's Fall Guy over here again. He's a he's a poop dealer. You know,
All
he's on the
right.
toilet making deals.
I make mutually beneficial deals, guys. Come on.
They're beautiful deals. It's tremendous.
You're also the commissioner.
The commish.
Some might say that's a issue. I say no. I'm the commissioner, so Nick, you're my my right hand man. You
Whoa,
agree, right? It's okay.
whoa. So this is why you guys are doing trades often. Right hand man, what is the
Yeah.
deal here?
To keep it fair, you got to have a secondary opinion as commissioner of the league. That's Nick.
Yeah,
Sometimes
we're doing
you just make
backroom
deals.
deals. You
Yeah.
know,
I don't.
I mean, they're
I
not
don't
really
want to
back.
know
They're
about
not.
your backroom deals. What the fuck?
They're not really backroom deals if we're telling everybody about it, Brian. But
I mean,
you know,
everyone can see it, right?
yeah. And we did one trade. There was no collusion.
None.
I can't emphasize it enough. There was no collusion. Or is that your Jimmy Garoppolo jersey, Brian?
It is indeed.
They won
Yes, sir.
today.
My straight out of China. $17 on DHgate. Let's go.
Let's be honest. They're all straight out of China. To be honest, most of them
Yeah.
are. So
Yeah.
you just got the better deal. Who cares if they're?
I
Oh,
mean,
the numbers aren't. That's not actually stitching. Like I don't give a fuck. Stitching
it's
is
not.
uncomfortable. It makes me itch. So fuck off.
Like, I bet you I could rip half of these off right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Who
If it's
cares? It looks
Nike,
nice.
it'll go.
don't do that.
I mean, I got 4
I guess we get. You're just like ripping sleeves off of your jerseys, and you're like, no, it's fine. I've got.
I hang out with
You're just like
Belichick.
pulling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pull out another one from a box like Kleenex.
Mm-hmm. It's cool. Don't worry,
Yeah.
I got surfaces. It's all right.
Yeah, just
I can buy
you
more.
don't. I mean, fuck a jersey when you got 8 surfaces. Like at this point, you're gonna get about 1,000 jerseys after you sell these bad boys.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You just got to buy a bunch of fake jerseys, then sell the fake jerseys with the $5,000.
I'm
I
talking
could
like
sell these things for at least $40 a pop.
wow, you gotta get the
Oh,
classic
yeah.
Reebok jerseys, NFL equipment logo, and like some Jacksonville Jaguar Byron Leftwich jerseys. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck any new jerseys.
You
I
guys
don't think
know
you
I
gotta do
went
that.
to high school with Jimmy, right? He was my high school
Yeah,
quarterback.
we get it.
Okay.
We get it. You went to high school, Jimmy
Did you
Garoppolo.
Yeah,
fuck
I
him?
gotta
He threw.
support him.
Did you fuck him?
I said hey to him a couple times in the hallway. I gave him the head nod.
Weren't you older than him? You freaking
Yeah,
simp.
that's how good he was. That's how good he was.
Was he like tall and just a bigger than most
He
people like,
looked
at that age?
exactly the same as he does right now.
That's just like all right,
Legitimately.
growth hormones. The Garoppolo family's feeding that kid growth
Yeah.
hormones because like how could you just look like that at like a 18 to 20 or like that age? Like it's fucking. You just like I couldn't imagine. Like I don't know anybody in our. I think the only person in my high school that went anywhere was like single A baseball, and he played for the Cardinals, and he was sells insurance now, I think. But now I mean I don't like I don't even know anybody that'd be like that. I've never seen that aura, especially for football. It's probably different when you got like like a quarterback's good.
Yeah, right.
So
Oh,
too
this
bad
year
you're
was awesome. Our kicker couldn't do anything, but we had Jimmy, so it was fun.
the kick.
I guess we could get into that first game then. They killed the Patriots. Is Cam Newton bad? Is he actually bad?
They benched
Yeah.
him. He's awful.
Yeah, he's going through a rough patch. Yeah, he sucks.
I think my my take before the season started that Cam Newton was going to be good is not looking too strong right now.
I just don't
will
know what
admit
it is.
that.
Is it just they don't practice enough? Is it just that he's just kind of winging it now? Does he not believe in the Patriot way, or is he just like that? Sounds like something a Boston Globe writer would say. Like, does he not believe in the Patriot way? What the fuck is
Yeah,
wrong with this guy?
that's a Dan Shaughnessy article if I've ever seen one. That fucking goober. I don't know. He threw 3 picks. I mean,
Yeah,
Jimmy
not good. He
Garoppolo
got
didn't look much
benched.
better.
No, he
Jimmy
didn't.
Garoppolo threw 2 picks.
Like I said, it was all the run game in San Fran. That's it.
Isn't that just how they win? I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, they really
That's how
have
it's
to
always
win by
been.
that.
Yeah.
They're not going to
You
do
can-
anything else. But when
Well,
they're
they were
running like
talking
that, who
about
cares?
the Niners moving on from Garoppolo.
I don't know why
possibly.
they would. Who else they got
I
better?
mean, are they even paying him that much? Like he
I think he's making a decent amount. Let's see. Well, like if you're just gonna run the football all the
Yeah,
time
right.
and that's how you're gonna win, like, do you need to pay
Shit,
anybody that much?
put
Like,
Mitch out there. We'll give
Well,
him
I
Mitch.
guess look at Nick Mullins. He looked terrible. So I guess
He
if you
did.
ask the bare minimum out of Jimmy and he does it, then fuck it.
Yeah, but do you want to pay
that's
extra
right.
money for
Are you gonna pay
He
that much? Is he gonna ask for a
what's he
maximum, like
getting?
a giant contract? He shouldn't. He's not gonna get that.
Jimmy Garoppolo, he signed that deal, it was 5 years, 137.5 million.
That's the most he's gonna get. That is the
Yeah,
most
I
he's
mean,
gonna get.
if I'm Jimmy,
that's
I'm
a
just
lot.
I'm
That's
good with
that's
that.
a
Yeah.
yeah, that's a lot of money to hand the ball off 30 times a
Yeah,
game.
it's a lot. And that's the problem. Do you think he gets upset that he doesn't throw the ball much? But I mean, they win, so who gives a fuck? But like, it's definitely not helping his cause for getting any bigger of a contract after this.
I mean,
He's
all
not
he
getting a
does is
bigger
throw it
contract after this.
5,
Well,
10 yards or to Kittle. Like Kittle's his deepest man, or Ayuk, this new dude. He's got speed. They made a play 40
they
yards or
have no
something, but
receiving talent besides like
no.
Debo Samuel, and he's
And even
still
him, like I think he had 6 catches for like 60 yards or something.
yeah. It's nothing,
Hey, just peppering him.
nothing to go home to.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, if you're the Patriots, would you rather have Jimmy Garoppolo?
No, I hate that stupid argument. Like they won 2 Super Bowls without him. It's not that big of a
Yeah.
deal. This is eventually
Like,
going to have to happen. Like,
why are
take
they
it
still
easy.
bringing that up?
Like, no one is. It's just like the writers. They just have nothing to talk about. Like, they can't handle. And who's to say that Garoppolo would do any better? Like, I just don't understand this idea that, like, we just said it ourselves. Like, we don't know if he's, like, that great. He just hands the fucking ball off. If he was better, he'd throw the ball more. I don't give a fuck what kind of offense it is. Like,
Yeah. Well, I
Well,
mean, I don't know. I don't think he's terrible though. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. Like, but at the end of the day, if you can rush
he's
20
Alex
times
Smith.
and get 250 yards, why the hell wouldn't you?
He's Alex
Like,
Smith.
you're not
That's
going
all
to
he
not
is.
run the ball.
He's Alex Smith, but he throws sometimes more interceptions than Alex Smith. He makes more mistakes than Alex Smith. Not to say that he can't like change, but
I liked
he's not
Alex
gonna.
Smith. I actually think Alex Smith was better than Jimmy when he was
Yeah, I mean but
starter.
but Jimmy made it to a Super Bowl though, which is kind of crazy to think because Alex Smith never did, but he made it to playoffs. You'd always get booed in the first round, but Jimmy,
I mean,
he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna win you a game. Like, and you think that Jimmy Garoppolo has like a 2 minute drill in him? Honestly,
Well, no, he had that one in the Super Bowl, and he way overthrew a wide open guy that would have got it.
okay. Well, you know what? That's I'm not gonna fault him for being nervous trying to come back in a Super Bowl game. Like I'm talking about
But
like
like that's the fucking goal.
that's
The whole goal
right.
is to win a Super Bowl. You dumbass! Like, what are
no,
you talking
no,
about?
no. He tried his hardest
He's like talking shit about his 2 minute drill, and then the
the
only
one
2 minute
time.
drill that we get to see. Now I'm not gonna fault him for that. Like what?
It's just
I'm not gonna fault him for blowing it in the Super
I
Bowl.
wonder if
It's just a Super
I
Bowl.
wonder if he kept doing that though, like in regular season, that might be a problem.
But
But
they don't get that. He doesn't get the chance to because
yeah, their
they run
defense is
all over him.
good and their running game is incredible and their offensive line is good. So yeah, it's
I
like who cares?
they've just been really injured this year. Otherwise, I think they'd be a almost winless team.
Yeah, I would say
Well,
so.
they got housed by the Dolphins.
That's
That was
because
really weird.
yeah, I think that they were asking a lot out. Weren't they Nick Mullins? Like they threw a lot with him that game. I was
They
like, all
played
right,
all three
very
quarterbacks, right?
bold. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
very bold
I hate
game
that.
plan. Not worked
Did you
out.
guys see why did the Chargers play their backup quarterback for one play? Were you guys watching that game today?
Tyrod.
No.
No, Tyrod's still
Some
got the
new guy.
ribs.
I love
don't know.
Herbert. I was
Herbert,
happy to give away Kyler Murray in our league to keep Herbert as my starter. And I'm
He-
pretty sure he's the
I
number
guess-
one quarterback today.
I guess we could talk about that game next. Jags Chargers. The Jags looked like they were like dog shit at the beginning, and then it was a close game like the whole time, and the Chargers actually won a game.
Well,
And they didn't blow it in the fourth quarter.
Well, yeah.
this kid is putting up Patrick Mahomes numbers. They have literally compared him
shit.
to him. They have
What?
compared him to him. I'm just saying. They compared him to him. His first 5 games ever as an NFL quarterback. He's got over 300 yards in all of them.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to see. Like he's like kind of like a guy that people like kind of slept on in the draft this year. And then I mean when you come from like Oregon doesn't have like that notable like amazing quarterback that has come out of there and has done well in the NFL. Like everybody thought that was going to be Joey Harrington. Look at how that turned out.
Well, Marcus Mariota was another
Oh
one,
boy.
and he was
That's
bad.
another one that was rough. But
Yeah.
you know, it's interesting to see. This guy seems like he's an actual like pocket passer, and he seems pretty.
But he can run too. I saw he ripped off a 31-yard rush, and like he was running by people. I was like, oh shit.
He's also got great talent around him. That team is hella talented, man. Like they got some good receivers. Keenan Allen's obviously speaks for himself. They got Mike Williams, and they're running. Who was the running back? He looked okay today. That was the backup.
Well, they have Justin, or they had Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they had some
Justin
Reed dude.
Jack. They didn't play Justin Jackson that much. Is
I
he
think
hurt?
he was hurt.
He was kind of hurt. Like
he
he
played.
got
Yeah, because he's like
5. He got 5 rushing attempts.
I remember last year the argument was he might be better than Eckler, and yeah, I was surprised I didn't see him. So he must have been obviously hurt throughout that game. But I mean, they just can. They got talent, and they also did. They have Hunter Henry was back today,
Yep.
and he looked great. And what's their record now? What are they? 3-3.
2. They have 2.
No, they're like
Yeah.
they're 2-4.
2 and 4.
Well, it's still early.
And I'm pretty sure that's Herbert's first win.
Yeah, it is. I know that for a fact. Because I remember their first win was week 1 when the Bengals kicker pretended like he pulled his leg and he just completely shanked a kick.
Ow, I'm injured. Ow, shit. I suck. Ow. Well, we were talking about the Patriots earlier. And speaking of the Patriots, Tom Brady looks good, huh?
Oh my God, the Bucks look awesome, and they're about to
I
have Antonio Brown.
I
yeah.
don't think that might help. I don't think that's going to be more of a. That might be more of
What
a
do you
burden.
mean?
He might be a burden, in my opinion.
I don't
I don't.
know.
I don't think so. He's just straight talent, dude. Like,
Well, I
So from
I I hope. I guess it works out. I like their team already. I'm sure he's going to be great. He didn't need last time already. Like his last season, he just played. He had I mean, his last season was 100 yard or 100 catch season. So I mean, he's pretty incredible. Huh.
well, last year I think he played one game
No, I'm
with
talking about yeah,
the
the year
Patriots,
beforehand was it
but he went off in the
2018?
one game with the Patriots. Even
from what I heard, Tom Brady really liked Antonio Brown and was upset when the Patriots got rid of him. And then
he's
I
like,
also
so
read
what?
I read that Tom Brady had Tony Robbins call Antonio Brown and talk to him
Oh
to get his mindset right.
oh fuck.
Oh damn.
So
Okay.
Well,
watch
now
out for
Nick's a
that.
big fan of AB. Then that's a big plus for Nick. I know he liked that one. He's like, damn, why couldn't I get a call from Tony Robbins today?
Yeah, Tony Robbins. No, Tom Brady never had Tony Robbins call me. This is bullshit.
You think Antonio Brown got a call from Tony Robbins? His first thought's like, who the fuck is Tony Robbins? Why is he calling? Is that the coach? Is that the coach?
Yeah, coach, I'll be there. What's up?
Yeah, no problem, coach. Just give me a playbook. I'll be ready to go. Coach, where's Coach
Yeah.
Robbins at?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
he's like, who the hell is this guy sounding like the voice of Satan? Trying to tell me to set goals and have a
What?
reason
Yeah,
why.
what's Tony Robbins telling him? Like, just don't.
He's just getting his mind right, man.
Yeah, just don't talk to a girl this next couple of months. Just focus on catching football. Don't talk to anybody that's uh not
What
Tom
was
Brady.
what was Antonio Brown's problem? Why did he get suspended and everything?
Oh, good
Uh,
question.
I,
I think he
I
like
I, I don't think it was
I think it was
drugs, right?
domestic
Yeah.
abuse issues. That's the real
Like
thing that
was it?
knocked him out. But that's a real reason why he got cut by the Patriots. I don't think they like the NFL suspended him, but he definitely got cut because of those like stories were swirling around last year about that. And
well,
also he
cause
was being like an idiot with the Raiders when he was on that team. Like
oh
he just couldn't
shit, he was
handle
with the
that. He
Raiders.
just couldn't handle that. Yeah, remember
Oh
that
my
shit? He
God,
couldn't handle it. And I mean, the
forgot.
Raiders could have been an all right situation with him.
Yeah, they could probably use him right now because they got smoked by the Bucks.
No,
Yeah,
Hunter Renfro is great, guys. Come on.
yeah. I
I-
just I think that the Raiders are kind of done. My Raiders.
Bears
Problem.
beat the Bucks. They beat Tom Brady. This team. I think the Bucks look really good, and the Bears beat them.
Yeah, it's a different Bucks. I'm gonna say it's a different Bucks team. I think the Bucks team that the Bears saw was like not. They're not.
Who?
They didn't have everybody on that team, and
Oh,
I just think that I don't know. I think that the Bears play. If the Bears play like the Bucks next week, I think it might be a different story. Bucks are on a roll right now. I think they're finding rhythm finally, and it'll be interesting to see how long they go for this stretch.
I think they're gonna keep getting better the more that they
I'm.
play.
Well,
I
weren't
just.
were the Broncos when
What?
they first had Peyton Manning like terrible initially, and then like the first 4 games they're not terrible, but they were just like 500. Like they really didn't have anything going, and then he just went on like a tear, winning like 6, 7 straight games, something like shit like that. But it happens with these vets. It's all about like a timing thing. I think we talked about it
I don't.
a
I
couple
don't
weeks
even
ago.
think they did start bad when they got Peyton.
There wasn't like it wasn't awful. They like lost, but like when you deal with those guys, like oh they lose the first 2 games of the three, like
No,
oh
right, but
shit,
well, I think it was very similar to the Bucks, but like the Bucks, they're what 4-2, 5-2 now. Like
5-2.
yeah, like that's not a bad start
Well, what did they
at,
when they
at
played the
all.
Bears? What were they like 3 and or were they go like what were they
They
2
were
and 2? People were
they were
freaking out about it.
4-1, 3-1.
Were they?
The Bucks, we gave them their second loss.
I thought they were like only like 2-1 at that point. Or was that?
Didn't we play them 2 weeks ago?
I forget. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
They're
you're right.
5-2. They were 3-1, 4-1 when we played them.
They they
Like, I don't think that's a different team. They still have Chris Godwin. They got freaking Mike Evans.
Godwin didn't
Like,
play that game.
Gronkowski is figuring it out, but still, now you got everyone else. Even Scotty Miller's been doing shit. Like,
Yeah,
eh,
it's interesting to see.
Scotty Miller is a relevant receiver,
I
like
also
in every other game.
I actually was gonna make a compliment to the Bears doing well against their schedule too, because I wanted to talk about the Panthers Saints game and just kind of how good, uh, honestly, Carolina's offense looked, even though they lost. Like I mean, Teddy Bridgewater looked efficient as he could possibly be. So that tells me that like that Bears defense might be pretty legit if everyone's having fits like that and they're working hard against other teams. They might be the real deal again this year. So
I think Mac might be hurt.
no, shut up,
He's questionable. He's questionable with a back
shut up.
injury.
Oh, he busted his back. He probably sneezed. Sammy Sosa shit. I talked about that. Yo, that's some old man problem right there. What the fuck, Khalil Mack? The fuck's going on? But the Panthers, I don't know how they lost this game. I really think that Teddy Bridgewater looked good, but he makes the worst mistakes at like the worst times you can make mistakes. Like it's just a problem. You can't get your team out of like field goal range at those situations, and like he was
Yeah,
pretty
he's like
good.
taking sacks. I don't know that I could trust a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand.
He's
I'm just
he
gonna throw that hot take out there.
He's kind of like Alex Smith too. He's just efficient, but he takes terrible sacks. He takes really bad sacks.
It's those skinny knees.
Yeah. He's
So
also elusive.
who wins tomorrow?
Well, I guess we could preview that.
I'm telling you guys, I don't know how you guys run through this shit, but
Oh, he just
I've been wondering what's gonna go on with the Bears Rams tomorrow. I'm so excited for that game. I was so excited to watch this game that's going on right now, and now I can't. But
You could just watch it in the reflection in my
I'm gonna be
laptop.
honest, I have been. I saw a touchdown at the bottom with like Metcalf or
Yeah.
Lockett or whatever. I was like, oh yeah, Russell threw another
oh,
one.
Nick's currently frozen. His stream is frozen.
Well, not for me. My
Oh, now
internet's
he
fine.
is. Now we're good. Oh,
Mine
Damn
didn't
it.
even
it's
skip a beat.
freezing. You know, this isn't a
Oh.
problem when you have cable. Doesn't just freeze and sputter like this.
Whatever, dude.
By the way, before we get into the next, cover the next topic, Antonio Brown was sexual assault.
Ah, okay. I'll mark it down.
Yeah, I don't want to
Put it in
go
my-
into that topic at all.
Put it
So
in my book. No,
We're gonna go ahead and avoid that.
we're just gonna skip that.
Well, I mean, speaking of assault, did you see Andy Dalton get knocked
good
the fuck out today?
fucking God. Oh fuck.
I played Washington defense over Patriots defense. Love it.
I'm gonna
Former Chicago Bear John Bostic ejected from the game for the hit. Just not
It's great to
not a
know that
great
he
hit.
still has a job, John Bostic. I can't believe he's starting somewhere. I saw that name. I'm like, how? And he's starting? Like he was bad in
Yeah.
2013. How is he starting?
because they're a bad football team. I don't know.
Obviously not. They're right back in the mix of this division hunt. This Washington football team. Don't sleep on him, folks. Kyle Allen.
Oh,
He's a
man.
star.
They got 2 wins. The top
hey,
of the division is 2-4-1 and 2-5.
Dude.
Yeah.
The NFC least. I love that they call it that.
I'm gonna say it now. If Mike McCarthy doesn't get fired by the end of this year, I am seriously questioning. I'm acting like I'm already having questions for the past decade, but I'm seriously questioning Jerry Jones's decision making and his real actual interest in winning football games, because this is an absolute joke that this guy has a job in 2020. And there's a funny thing this morning. They were reporting before the game, talking about it. Mike McCarthy. The reporter said Mike McCarthy was looking at the stats. I put in air quotes stats. When you win 4 division games, you're most likely going to win or come closer to winning the division. That's his stats. That's his advanced statistics. If you win more, you
in the
you
division.
win against the teams you go against, you'll win more and you go win the division. So this guy is the
All right,
monorail
that's.
salesman and he's a liar and it's funny to see him have a job and failing like he did the last job he had.
I mean, I don't know. Who's their quarterback now? Like,
Andy Dalton,
but he
No.
just died.
Gary
He
Abel.
got a concussion. So
Yeah, I don't know now, but
It's shit, what's this guy's name?
Andy Dalton's
It
very unable at
is
this point.
by the
he's
way,
disabled.
I just watched it. I just watched it for the first time. I was driving back from kickball when that happened.
It is Ben DiNucci.
Oh, baby boy
All right.
Ben. Oh, Bezanucci. You didn't know his family. They sell the Dells at the bakery over on 35th. His son, he's a star quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Unbelievable.
All I have to say is I don't think that division is worth putting time into at all. Like the Eagles probably should be good, but
Bird Gang.
other than that, Giants, like all you had going was Saquon Barkley and Evan Ingram, which they're running more with Evan Ingram.
Evan
Like
Ingram. I mean, he can't
Evan
even
Ingram
catch a
sucks.
football.
He's got I saw I saw a
Dickhead.
stat that he's got like the most drops since 2017 and
oh,
I'm pretty sure he missed a whole season.
oh, and I decided in my other league I'm just gonna pick any defense that goes up against the Giants because Daniel Jones just he
So
throws
bad.
more picks than completions.
So bad.
Like
So funny.
so Giants don't matter. Like Cowboys, all right, now you're on to Ben Bentucci, whatever. Like, yeah, okay, don't matter.
Danny
They
Bonaduce.
got some nice offensive weapons. Like, I wouldn't want them on my fantasy team, period. Eagles, again, injuries is a big thing, but I don't know. They're leading their division 2-4-1. Good for you. Whatever. Like, next.
Nothing about the football team. Nothing about Washington. Nothing about Washington. I mean,
I like
they're the
Washington.
sleeper.
I like him. I like him. What do we got? Who's Antonio Gibson? He's great. 128 yards and a
I don't
touchdown
even
today.
know who's
Nice.
on their
Terry
team.
McLaurin. Great. I don't know who's throwing to him. It's not Alex Smith, right? It's I don't know.
Kyle Allen.
Kyle
Kyle
Allen.
Allen. Kyle Allen. Yes.
Some
Who didn't
generic
look bad
white.
last year. So Washington, maybe they got a shot. Their
Yeah,
defense
they're gonna win the
doesn't
Super Bowl
seem
this
bad.
year. I'm gonna
No.
actually trade my. I want to. Is it too late to trade who my rooting interests are from the Raiders to the Washington football team? I think it would be a much more fun roller coaster to be
I'll tell
following
you
that
what.
team this year.
You want to make a trade? I'll push it through. I'm the commissioner.
Thank you, Ryan. And yeah, no, I don't even want to hear your opinion anymore. It's pushed through.
I'm the
So that's my
commish.
new
I'm the
team.
commish.
That's it. I'm a Washington football fan. Oh my God, Andy Dalton's on your screen, Nick, and he's
So wait,
scaring the
wait.
fuck out of me.
Coming up, concussion protocol. Is it enough? Um, wait. So you all
Probably
picked
not.
a team. So you got Vegas. Who's your team, Nick?
Yeah, I was gonna transition to that. My team is the Bills.
Ooh,
Okay.
And
can we put a
they did not
worry
they did not look
worry meter on
yeah.
them?
I'll say I'm kind of worried. They win 18-10.
It's the worst
They
win of
kicked
all
6
time.
field goals.
Against the Jets.
The
They
worst
were
win of
down
all
10 to
time.
nothing against the Jets.
That's the closest New York's gonna get to
Come
winning.
on.
That's the
Yeah.
closest they're gonna get to winning this year. 8-point
As I
loss.
got
I'll
home
say
from
this.
kickball, I parked and the dude on the radio, sorry, Nick, you talking a minute. He goes, "What team has the largest lead they've had all year? I'll tell you next." And then I turned the car off and I was like, it's got to be the Jets or Washington. And I'm assuming the Jets. Have they even led all year? I don't know. Anyway, so you got the Bills.
Yeah, that's a problem. I think there's a problem with that offense right now.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. They cut to the game and Josh Allen's fumbling the ball, or he's taking a sack, or he's overthrowing a
They're
guy. The last 3 weeks have not looked good
they're
for my
asking
Bills.
they're asking too much out of him, honestly. They're asking him to do way too much. They're asking for him to not only pass but run as well. Like you have to they don't use their running backs at all, and I feel like they need to start doing that. Like Josh Allen
I
just does
mean,
too much, and he
who
makes too
else
many
do they have
mistakes.
besides Devin Singletary?
Well, that Zach Moss guy's okay. Like, he's a pass catching running back, which is like always nice to have. But
He's a
it's like,
rookie, right?
yeah, it's like he just he makes too many mistakes for you to depend on him as much as they do. And that's not to say I'm like out on him. I've seen it. I mean, in a divisional game, he did a lateral and like threw it in the middle of the ground. Like, he does dumb shit sometimes. Like, he's young. He just kind of wants to get a score every play. So
Yeah.
when he asks for him to do too much, I think he's gonna overdo things and like may make more mistakes than typical. But he's not like terrible. He
Hey,
just need to figure it out.
my Bills are still in first place in the division. We
There you
got
go.
out of there with a win. We beat the team that we're supposed to beat.
And
So,
honestly, they're in
What
the
matters?
clear.
All that matters is that W.
Yeah,
That's right.
honestly, they're in the clear, like with that division, how bad New England is, and just where the Jets are. Like, their biggest competition really is Miami. I don't want to call out the Patriots right now because obviously that's dumb to say, but I mean their road is pretty clear to win that division. Like, it'd be amazing to see that another team win that division finally, but especially like
Yeah.
a team like the Bills. Um,
Nick, we boring you?
yeah,
yeah, what the fuck?
Fuck,
what-
as
What the
soon as you
fuck?
bring up the Dolphins, I got to yawn.
I mean, there's truth to the
I'm
soundbite,
alert.
but damn.
I'm allergic to the Dolphins. That's got to be last time the Patriots lost the division was that 2011 when Brady tore his ACL and they won 11 games and didn't win the division. Was that?
Whenever the Jets, I think,
Wow, that sounds
whenever
right.
like the Jets were good. That was 2010, 2000. Whenever they made the AFC Championship, I thought they won the division one of those years.
Oh, have you seen the commercials? This is kind of a segue, but kind of related for the Masked Singer.
Oh no,
No.
yeah. But yeah, because I have to because we watch
So,
football.
well, yeah. So one of the, it's funny. Like they make them go over the top, like crazy excited about who the guest is, and then it's like some fucking nobody. Like one of them,
I know where you're
the one
going
of
with
them,
this.
it was. I think it was. Is it Nick Cannon that's hosting the show?
Yeah, he's
Well,
hilarious.
he's like, "Oh my god, it's NFL star Mark Sanchez."
You got like Ken Jong like up
Star.
standing like, how is this possible? Mark Sanchez.
It's like,
Uh,
who gives a fuck about Mark Sanchez at a time like this? Mark Sanchez hasn't been relevant since like 2012.
He wasn't even relevant then. Like, there's like, oh, this guy, he's all right.
I gotta
Yeah.
say, I thought of Mark Sanchez today when dude on the Patriots came in after Cam was benched, and he tripped up on his offensive lineman first
Butt
play.
fumble. Always gonna get
I
that
was I
recognized.
was really hoping it was gonna be a fumble, but that's all I thought about was
All time.
Marky Mark.
All time.
Oh
I
my god.
I love that clip all time even more because that was Thanksgiving one, and I knew that it was hilarious because my uncle bet the Jets money line for that game. He's like, yeah, Jets, the Jets, they're so
They're
much better than
back,
the Patriots.
baby.
They're gonna dominate them. They just got their completely doors lit. It went to the first quarter and a half. It's a hilarious Thanksgiving.
So, what were your how did you guys decide your teams of Vegas, Bills, and what's
Just kind of
Devin's team?
throwing them out there.
Yeah.
The
Devin's team was the
Saints,
Saints.
who are
And
good. Like,
so this is what I'm asking. Are
Yeah.
you picking like underdog teams?
that's what I thought. And then he's like, I picked the Saints. Oh, yeah, Drew Brees, underdog.
I mean, he
Well, I
hasn't had
picked the
Michael
Bills because
Thomas all season, so
I
there's
don't
I
give
still
a
like the
more.
fuck.
Bills.
He's made
Yeah,
garbage look good sometimes. It
I
don't
like the
matter.
Bills. See, now I would almost think like Titans are right there with the Bills, but they look really good.
Well,
Um,
they looked all right today. I mean, they lost, but that was a fun game.
They
That
almost
was a
came
good
back
game.
though.
Those are two good
yeah,
teams right there. Those are two teams I can see possibly in the AFC Championship. Like, that could be like an AFC Championship match. Like, those two teams are really good. Pittsburgh has looked amazing this year. I can argue they're like the second best team in the league. I still think that I'm excited for that Ravens Steelers game because that's gonna be an amazing game. because I'm excited to see
Is
how the
that?
Steelers go.
I think the Ravens will still
I don't think so,
take it.
man. That Steelers
I don't know,
defense is
man.
so good. That Steelers defense is good. And like, yeah, the Titans had to come back, but they also got like a great interception to get them into great field position.
Yeah.
They got like their defense is just dominant, and it's like when they can't run with Derrick Henry, they're gonna have problems. They're not gonna be able to
I
win when
will
they do that.
say that the Steelers came out to a big lead, but then Ben threw 3 picks,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
and
looked.
that allowed him back into the game.
This is arguably, well, not really, but not arguably. This was his worst game this year. I mean, I've tracked him because he's my backup in fantasy. I know everyone loves to hear more about our fantasy teams, but I just like I see his
That's
stats.
all I can relate it to.
Yeah,
That's the only reason I know these guys.
I've seen his I've seen his stats. He's done pretty well, and then like you throw into 3 interceptions, and all those were mostly in the second half, right? Like those are
Yeah,
majority
Mhm.
like
When it
second
mattered.
half turnovers. So they're pressing. They still have young players too. Juju is not that great. He's not really an option for them anymore, is he? Like he's not having really that much of a year.
yeah, he's
He
not. I
played
think
well
today he had
today.
like
Yeah.
nine catches for 90
Yeah,
yards,
he
something
had a
like
good
that.
first half. He had a pretty solid one.
One of those picks was threw to Juju in the end zone. I think it was a corner, hit the ball out of Juju's hands, and then the safety caught it in the
Yeah.
end zone. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. Um, arguably the game of the day, Lions Falcons.
Ha! Yeah, what a
Yeah.
game. I love these weeks where you get like these games like it's still early in the season, but you know these two teams are garbage, but it's just like it's fun. It's fun these games. These teams still feel like they're playing for something and they're not really. So they're fighting hard.
Scott Hansen was going like just crazy
He
on
lives for these games. He lives for the trash, dude.
Oh
He
my
lives for the
god.
filth. He would rather watch a winless game than a Sunday night football game, to be
We have
honest.
watched the best football this week all season by far.
He would not stop talking about Todd Gurley going into the end zone with a
Oh my
minute left.
Well, that was fucking
And
stupid.
then
That was stupid.
I mean, it was stupid, and especially for Todd Gurley as someone who multiple times has done the "let me take the knee at the one."
Yep.
He
Yeah.
he got through the defensive line, and then it was like he either forgot until the last second, or he just like momentum carried him past
I think
the
he
line.
thought there were more people behind the one guy that he broke because he's still head down just charging like, you're in the zone, your momentum's going. You don't know if you got 2 yards or 5 yards or whatever apparently. And it seemed like he thought he was in a pile and just looked up and there was the end zone. So,
I mean, Atlanta just finding newer and newer ways to just lose a game is incredible. Not even the Lions could like deter you from that, and that's usually what the Lions do.
that's their go-to. Yeah.
It's hard out there, and we saw Arthur Blank finally, like in the flesh, getting physically upset about this team. He did the
Yeah.
classic like arms on the hips. He's like, "Oh boy," and
How often do you see that? Right? Like
he
you
was
never see
upset.
that.
I feel like after the game, he went and stole 101 Dalmatians
Yeah,
from somebody.
he's about to put
But
hotels on Boardwalk and Park Place after this game. He was fucking furious. He was about to upcharge the shit out of people.
he's like, we lost because we scored a touchdown. Like, what the fuck? What is even happening?
He was gonna tie up 5 dames on a railroad track and not gonna untie him. He's
Hey,
so
And
pissed.
twist his mustache.
speaking of upcharging the shit out of people, I just want to remind everyone who's listening, if anyone's in need of a Microsoft Surface, I got 5.
All right,
They're
read the
brand
sponsor.
new,
Read the ad.
unopened.
Read the ad. Brian, read
Microsoft
the
Surface,
ad.
it's better than a Mac. Here we go. Grab it.
Brian's warehouse. That's the store. Brian's warehouse. Grab
I
it.
will drive to you, free delivery. Don't you worry. Microsoft Surface. Never worry about Apple again. Let's go.
Don't sell yourself short. Delivery is not free per Brian saying. Depending where you live, it might cost you a couple of pennies. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, for the price I'm charging, I will pay for delivery.
What if the person's
Don't
like,
you worry.
I want you to fly to China to give me this Surface?
Then I'll ship it to China. It'll just be, maybe a little bit more.
What if he's like, but you said you would deliver it personally? He's very, very angry about it. But you said.
I'll tell you what. I will guarantee you, if anybody who is listening currently is in China and wants it delivered to China, I will personally bring it to China if you want to buy it. Okay?
Well,
It's tough to beat that level of service.
That's right.
Bill Red's listening. Tell one of your
What
Chinese relatives.
other ads we got? I forgot what else we market. I've had a
Be
few
for
beers
real.
here.
So
Hopping Nomad IPA. It
hop.
gets you drunk. Oh, sorry.
First you're taking Devin's job, now you're taking Steve's job doing the ad reads.
He told me to read ads. I don't
No, that
know.
was the Bryan's Warehouse was an ad.
I'm the fall guy. I gotta listen.
What what was even the topics before the ads? What were we talking about? Oh,
As the
uh,
Lions and the Falcons.
yeah,
Yeah.
Lions. They're back. Who gives a fuck? I wanted to bring up before we get back into football. Have you guys seen this? You hear this new movie Vince Vaughn's coming out with? It's very exciting. Freaky Friday murder version. He's a serial killer. Kills or tries to kill a little girl, and they do a Freaky Friday body switch. And now the serial killer is a little girl, and now the little girl's killing people. And he's a little girl now, Vince Vaughn.
What the fuck are you talking? Is this like a fever dream that you had?
No,
What
this
is
is a
this?
movie. Look it up.
It's called Freaky, right?
Yeah, Freaky. Yeah, and
While I watch the trailer, has anyone seen Borat? I just want to know if you've seen it.
No.
it came out
Okay.
recently, didn't it?
Yeah, it just came out. I heard it was good.
I'm not big on comedy sequels.
I heard it was as funny as the first one. I'm gonna
Oh,
mute you so I can listen to this trailer. I'm muting
Okay.
myself. I'm actually turning my mic
Oh,
on.
oh my god.
I'm just not gonna watch the trailer. So anyway, Freaky.
Wait. You got to turn your video mic off,
I just
or you're
did.
gonna mute yourself on the video.
Brian, you should have turned this trailer on. Now you're slow again.
God damn, your internet sucks.
What's with this video?
Oh, I know why. It's because I'm using this MacBook that my mom gave me. It's no Microsoft Surface.
You
I'll
know
tell
what?
you that much.
I'm gonna tempt you. Just open up one of them surfaces. I'm sure it's better than this 2009 you're working with right now. It's 2020. It's fresh.
Brian, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Mute yourself on Google Meet.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
trying.
getting the echoes going.
It's
It sounds like I'm losing my goddamn
a
mind.
little slow. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
There we go.
Okay.
Speaking of movie trailers for weird movie premises, did you see the Mel Gibson movie?
Passion of the Christ 2.
No. It's so apparently Mel Gibson is Santa Claus, right?
Oh, wait, this was
And
a real movie?
yeah, that's real. And so I think a rich kid gets bad presents or just gets coal. And so the rich kid hires a hitman to kill Santa Claus.
Oh, and Mel Gibson is the hitman.
No, Mel Gibson is Santa Claus.
Why he's the gumption to think that, and he doesn't even look like Santa Claus. He just looks like Mel Gibson. So it's like, what the
Well, yeah,
fuck?
that's the thing. He's just like a normal ass dude that's Santa Claus. And what's funny is like you don't learn that he's supposed to be Santa Claus until like a third of the way through the trailer.
I have seen the trailer for this.
Yeah,
Batman.
it's like I
It's
literally thought this was a
the
joke of
even.
some sorts. I just didn't know that this is actually something that he's gonna make, let alone
Oh yeah.
a film house produce the film. Good lord, I want to know who's producing it.
Who the hell's paying money for this?
Excellent holiday treat. This is a film only. I'm surprised this wasn't like a Tom Cruise type of deal. This is something like he might get but this is like a wild thought for a movie, almost dumber than the Vince Vaughn one.
I don't know. They're neck and neck.
They're right there together. Yeah.
Which one would you rather watch?
Vince Vaughn,
Oh.
Chicago.
I would probably go. I mean, they both sound terrible, so I don't.
Yo, Freaky
Fuck.
Friday murderer, like, I'm
So
gonna go with
it's a
that over
girl that
Santa Claus Hitman.
girl that murders. I don't know. I think I'm going Santa Claus Hitman.
I've seen Girl That Murders once or twice. It's fine. We get it. We're changing the norms of girls can murder too. We get
2020.
it. It's 2020.
Don't be
Santa.
sexist.
I think the fact I like a snotty rich kid, like not being like a prick, just trying to find Santa himself. No, let's get some goons to kill him instead. And is he gonna go to prison if he gets caught? He just goes to like juvie. I mean, like, so he's in the clear, kind of in a way.
Perfect crime.
Yeah, you gotta put him in an adult jail though.
My answer to that question would be I'm gonna go watch The Masked Singer. Okay.
Dude,
Before either of those,
Sanchez!
I need to see Ken Jong react to Mr. Sanchez. Yeah,
what other athletes are in it? Wasn't Antonio Brown one of them? One point,
I think
like,
he was.
yeah, he's a
And
Masked
then he
Singer.
sexually assaulted someone. So
Yeah,
had to
like,
go.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
I feel like I mean there was a lawsuit and everything.
hey,
I don't know what happened with it, but
Tony Robbins got it cleared up.
They just end up settling because it's easier than going to court.
and that's what Tony Robbins told him.
Yeah,
Just settle with her, and then the Bucks will sign you.
listen. You need a fall
Put me
guy.
on your resume. Yeah.
You need a fall guy. I got a couple online for you.
I'm on ESPN on my other computer. It's Tampa Bay Bucks coach Bruce Arians. I'm bringing Antonio Brown. I think he's matured. No, he hasn't.
Really confident
No,
statement. I
no.
think he's matured. Maybe.
Bruce Arians, I
He's like-
think he's good at football.
He's like, you know what? Tom Brady told me to do this, so I had to do it.
I mean,
Pretty much.
they have so many weapons. Like, good
would.
lord, man. Like that.
That's what I'm saying. If you're a defense against the Buccaneers, fully healthy, what do you do?
I don't know. The Bears did
Just
it.
try and injure them. I don't know.
All you need
There
to
you
do
go.
is get to the quarterback. It don't matter what their receivers are. If you can get to the quarterback, fuck it.
Tim Brady will just cry about it and get a flag if you get to him. So
He'll
there's
forget
no winning.
He'll forget the downs too.
Buccaneers is my all the way pick.
Yeah, way to pick a fucking team that's one of the best teams in the NFL.
All right. So I like the Colts. I don't know why Phillip Rivers fucking sucks lately.
Because he's old and he's Phillip Rivers.
I'm okay with Devin picking the Saints because they are in the same division as Tampa Bay. But when Michael Thomas comes back, I think they'll be a different team.
I don't know. How much different?
I mean, that's almost like picking anyone from the
but
NFC
like,
West.
I feel like their Saints are struggling more because I don't even think it's like they're missing weapons. I really think it's just Breeze is matured now. He's old. He's definitely doesn't have that
Gotta-
same whip.
I think he already signed like with TV station for next year to be
Yeah, TV land. He's gonna be hot in Cleveland. What's that show? What's hot in Cleveland?
Yeah. Yeah, he's on the Real Housewives.
Hey, did I freeze for you guys on the video?
Not only did you freeze, you left the video, meat.
You're totally out of the video.
He gone.
God damn it, Fall Guy.
DK Metcalf can be like a track Olympian, and he'd probably be good. He didn't do anything.
Yeah, he can do a lot of
special,
things.
but he's just
He's
giant.
very athletic. Packers, Texans. Aaron Rodgers still good. Texans still bad.
Yeah.
So
That's another. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good bounce back. game, I
Deshaun
guess,
Watson
for Green
played
Bay.
all right.
they're not a good team. So
Their defense sucks
I don't-
ass now. I mean, they're not even close to what
So
they used to
bad.
be. It's not even the same
Yeah.
thing. And like JJ Watt, he's good and all, but like he's not the same impact player that he was 3 or 4 years ago. And, I mean, he's gotten a lot of injuries to his body, so it makes a lot of sense. It's kind of sad to see, like, because you saw a dude just go from like completely dominating the sport to just kind of struggling. And
Yeah.
The Packers should still be undefeated, right?
no, because they got their asses kicked last week. I mean, they got the
But they
absolute
Yeah.
shouldn't have. But they should not have, right?
Why?
Why?
Why
I
shouldn't they
don't
have?
know.
They're frauds. They haven't played anybody good. They still haven't played anybody good. The Texans, I don't look at the
Tampa
Bucks.
Bay.
They've only beaten the only good team they've beaten is the Saints, and I've said it multiple times on this podcast that I question the Saints and how good they are this year, but um, they play garbage teams. They beat them like any team should. That's good. I hope that the Bears, when they play the Texans, do the same thing because that team sucks. They're not good, and it doesn't matter who the coach is. They just don't have the talent anymore.
True. This is true. Browns Bengals.
That was a
Joe
wild
Burrow.
game.
That was a wild game. Though both of those defenses are dog shit. So bad.
Oh yeah, I mean that. I think that like arguably that was just so it's just the funniest NFL game. Like like one team that thinks they're going to be good and they're like struggling to beat this team and they just can't do anything. Oh, well, they could do stuff on offense, but they just can't stop them. They can't stop this rookie that really, yeah, he's all right, but I mean, it's still just whatever. I mean, you should still be able to easily beat the Bengals right now. And yeah, I don't know. They just the Browns don't look good. Is Odell going to be gone for a long time?
I don't know. He hurt his knee making a tackle on a pick, but like he didn't try and tackle the guy. He like jumped next to him and then hit him with his knee in midair. It was weird.
Yeah, it was it's that's not how you tackle. That's not how you practice it. You usually want to just like wrap somebody up and
Like,
like a normal person.
listen, Odell. Odell clearly doesn't know how to tackle. Just next time, don't even worry about it. Somebody else will get him.
But uh, I guess the Browns. Yeah, I guess they're still legit. They're 5-2.
Hey, they're a playoff team. They're a
They look
playoff team
they
right
look
now.
they look good. They look all right.
I their
They'll be okay.
defense needs to step the fuck up. I mean, they have too many good players on their defense for them to be that bad.
That division's really good aside from the Bengals. But Joe Burrow's good.
I
So,
yeah, I mean he looked very able for the position.
I
So
like the kid. Joey.
oh well, Brian.
Is
Brian likes him.
is Joe Mixon out?
He hurt his foot.
that's
He is
bad.
out for this
When
game.
you're
Okay.
running, you can't hurt your foot.
That's pretty something you might need, yeah.
You need your feet.
Yeah, you need your foot. Chiefs Broncos. We got snow football already. That was pretty crazy.
We got bad football too. The Broncos suck.
Oh yeah, they were
Mahomes
not
did
good.
nothing, and they still got blown out. Like Mahomes
That was
did literally
Mahomes' worst game by far,
just
and they still crushed.
what did he go? And he was like 13 for 20 with 200 yards and a touchdown, which is not even like the worst game you can ever have. Like you don't throw an interception, whatever. You when you throw a touchdown, somebody says that's your worst game. Like that's nuts to me. He
Yeah,
sh-
200 yards and a touchdown.
I mean, it didn't help my fantasy team. That's all I'm saying. That sucked.
Nobody cared. Hey, Chad Henne threw 2 passes, so that's cool.
Yeah, he was in the game. It's like sick. I
He
didn't know he was
also,
still in the NFL.
yeah. But I mean, it's crazy when your best player can have a bad game by all accounts, and then you still win 43-16.
Do they even need Le'Veon Bell, or is that just like
No, they
yeah,
they don't absolutely don't need
that's
Le'Veon Bell,
like
but
that's the
they're
last
glad they
person
got him.
yeah, that's like but what is he gonna do? Like I like is he really the same running back he was?
He ran 6 times for 39 yards. It's 6.5 yards a carry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
true.
pretty good.
That's good for like your first real workload of the year. Um yeah.
I don't even think he was supposed to play today because of COVID.
That Clyde Edwards is good. That motherfucker's really good.
Yeah.
Kansas City's
Yeah,
just
he had a
wild.
touchdown.
It's obvious.
Kansas City's the new Patriots.
It's obviously their offensive line. It's their offensive line that really sets the tone for their running game. Like they can just plug anybody there and do the same exact thing, which is just wild to me.
I think that's all of the games that happened today. What was? There was a Thursday game.
Yeah, the Eagles.
Oh,
Giants, Eagles.
That game sucked
ew.
ass, and it was hilarious to watch the Giants blow another game. It's hilarious.
Dude, the Eagles almost lost.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, that was a last-second 2-point conversion. That was the only reason they won.
Mm-hmm.
NFC East, whatever.
Yep.
let's
Thank you.
preview this
Appreciate that.
game tomorrow. It's really what we're excited about.
Rams are the home team. Rams are a 6-point favorite.
I think that's a
Seems
little
like a lot.
absurd. I think it should be at least like 4.5.
I don't
That's
know if
about it.
home field advantage does anything these days, this season. Like,
Doesn't seem like it.
You got 6,000 fans in the stadium. Oh no. What are we gonna do?
It's so loud. I can hear everything that we're saying.
They just boost all of the sound in the stadium, and it's like, ah. They get so many decibels, I think.
Turn it all the way up.
Just turn it up all the way. There's like a limit to how loud you can make the noise. I forget how loud it was, but it wasn't even that loud.
When are we gonna have our first official noise gate where it's like, oh, the decibels we measured them, it was way too loud in the building.
Probably Seattle.
They had that on 3.2. 3 is the max. That's bullshit. Well, I know everyone
don't
cares
know.
about the fantasy teams, so I'm playing the Rams. I'm playing against the Rams defense in one league and the Bears defense in the other league.
I hope they give up
And
all the
God,
points.
I don't like either of them.
I hope they
I
give up
wouldn't
all
play.
the points.
I wouldn't play either of them. I think it's going to be a high scoring game.
I hope whoever you're rooting against scores the most.
I hope you lose at fantasy football.
Fuck fantasy.
Okay.
In general, though, I don't think either defense is going to do what their potential is. I think it's going to be a higher scoring game.
I think there's never been a high scoring game between these two teams. It's historically the past two games and been awful offensively. Like what was the first score? Like that was the first game they played this 3-game stretch. That was the offensive lineman touchdown for the Bears threw. And then last year is that game where just Mitch completely melted down on primetime television.
Yeah, but now we got Big Dick Nick.
He's still like not as efficient as I want him to be
Like
right now.
slightly above average Dick Nick.
Yeah, he's doing enough, but it would be great to see him like just run this offense like really efficiently this game and like maybe win by like 10 or something. That'd be kind of sick. A comfortable win.
I also think it would be cool if the Bears won
It'd
comfortably.
be kind of sick in my opinion.
You really
But
went
it's
out
like
on a limb there.
I'm not trying to be like, oh man, I wish
If
the
you
Bears
beat
could
your
win. The Bears are
divisional
5-1.
games.
The Bears are 5-1 right now. Every game they've won has been tight. They should win. If they win this game comfortably, I'm back on board thinking that this team is like legit. I think even if they win uncomfortably, I'm on board for this team being legit because this would be a huge win if they got this game.
You are what the wins say you are.
And like I was saying before, you look at what the teams they've played before, what they're doing against other teams, like they look good. I mean, so the Bears defense is obviously a stick right now. They're hard to play against. I look at the Bears schedule just like I think even if they lose this game, I don't think it's going to matter in the long run for like that's going to ruin their playoff chances. Either way, I'm just looking for a good performance. If they can lose by like 3 points, I'd be kind of like content with it as well because again, like
What?
I'm getting to it. Like this team's 5-1. There's a lot that has gone their way this year. They need something that shouldn't go their way, and maybe that's when they start really revving up on offense and taking it to a point where it's like,
Why can't we just rev up on offense and win the game?
I don't know. You got to ask Matt Nagy about that question, man. I don't know because they obviously haven't done that yet.
You know what? I kind of want the Bears to lose so that it makes them better.
I'm not even saying that. It's just like if they did
Because
lose
when you
this
fall
game,
down, you got to get back up and you grow from it. All right, Coach Steve.
Okay.
I'll tell you one thing. Mike Ditka, he always brings it up. 85 year, they needed to lose that game against the Dolphins, or they don't win that Super Bowl. So, yeah, this team's flying high right now, but I think that they've had just a lot of good luck. So if they had a game where the luck wasn't their way, maybe it opens their eyes and maybe makes them think like maybe we're not the as great as we are. I don't know what I'm trying to get at. All I'm saying is that if they lost this game, it's not the end of the world because
That's fair.
they have a schedule that I've looked at today actually going forward. And I look at the schedule and we looked at it before the season started and said the end of it's hard. I really think it's only like this part of the schedule, like these next 3 games are their hardest part. So they play them, the Rams, the Saints, and like the Titans the next 3 weeks. But if you look at like going forward, they should at least have 3 wins in the bag. They have to beat Detroit. And they really have to beat Minnesota twice because Minnesota, they traded away that dude who did they trade away this week? Nick or Brian, do you remember?
This week?
Yeah, they traded like a defensive lineman this week.
Oh,
Uh, but it's basically like telling me that they're selling and they're done.
they're giving up on the year. Yeah.
So if you can't, if you got to get to at least 3 wins. That's 8 wins right there for those. If they just get 3 wins. So I look at the other teams they play. They get play Jacksonville. Honestly, that's a win in my book. If they can't beat Jacksonville, that's a problem. They got to play Houston. I've already said that they sucked. That's 10 wins. So if they lose to the Rams, it'd be a buzzkill. But there's a lot. There's a lot of season left. So I just want to
I mean,
see them perform better on offense. That's all I want. I
honestly,
want an efficient offensive game.
I would have thought the Colts through the Titans is our hardest stint. And we're 2-1 in that start of the 3 games. So we got Colts we lost to, Bucks, and then Panthers we won.
They play the
I
Rams,
think
Saints,
we beat the
Titans.
Rams.
I don't know, man.
I honestly think if we lose, it's going to be to the Saints over the Rams.
I think that they can beat the Saints. I think that's one of the teams that they can beat this year. Because
Michael Thomas will be.
I've said that Saints. Yeah, if Michael Thomas is back, it might be a problem.
And
I
Drew Brees will look like Drew Brees.
I just think that they're playing that game at Soldier Field, right? Too. Again, that could be a problem. Who knows? I mean, you say that home field advantage is like not a big issue this year. I understand with the noise thing, but Soldier Field is a home field advantage itself because it's an absolute shit field. Which actually, if I think about it, it's not really an advantage at all because even their own players complain about it. But it's better than the Metrodome or the Mercedes Benz Bowl, whatever the fuck
Like
they call
we're
it.
used to the field,
Yeah,
so other
and
teams aren't.
I just think that the Saints, I don't know, like again, I don't think Breeze is as good as he used to be this year. Like their defense is pretty good. Their front seven is pretty good. And that's probably the scariest thing about this game coming up too, is like they had problems against fucking whoever the Panthers were lining up against them. Like, what is this offensive line gonna do with Aaron Donald? Like they might not have a running yard this week. I mean, this might be a problem.
Yeah, the running is going to be very interesting because they don't really do it anyways. And
Yeah, I was
now
just
you've
kidding.
got Aaron Donald.
Neither side's going to be able to run the ball. I think Nick Foles is going to have a hell of a game. I say Bears win by 3, 27-24.
Wow. Steve, what do you say?
Um, I'd say the Bears are gonna. It's gonna be another ugly game, and I think the Bears might lose this one. I'm gonna say it's gonna be like 17 to like 10 or 17 to like weird score like 11 or 12. Something weird shit's gonna happen because it's like it just for some reason they just can't. They just play weird games against the Rams, and it could be going the whole other way around. Like Jared Goff never looks good against the Bears, and yeah, I mean if they can score, they will win.
Wow.
Well put. Thank you.
Holy shit.
Thank you. Thank you. Nick?
Nick, what
I
about
mean,
you?
I'm going to say 20-13 Bears.
Wow.
Because I don't want to guess that they're going to lose by 2.
Even though if they lose by 2, it'll be a better game for them in the long run. So either way, we win, right?
It
That's
will
good.
be.
Yeah, even when we lose.
I don't care what you guys think. These guys, they need to get some losing in them. They're too cocky. No, I'm kidding.
Who
Yeah,
said they're cocky?
I said
I
it.
don't. I don't think they're
They're the
cocky though.
cockiest bunch. They did the Super
I
Bowl
think. I think the
shuffle.
defense is
They
cocky,
did the
and they
Super
can
Bowl
be.
shuffle. Fuck them.
Our offense is just like, thank God for the defense, and then our defense is like, suck our dicks, like, and that's fine because they can.
That's
Like, I
been the
don't know.
Bears for, I don't know, 40 years.
Yeah, which is cool, and it worked for them that one time. Almost that second time.
It's sick. It
Exactly
worked
one
out
time.
once.
Tell you what, if we had Nick Foles in 06, we would have won. Sexy Rexy.
Hey,
No,
I've made that claim a lot of times with Jay Cutler back in my days.
I
Like 10
agree.
years ago. If Jay Cutler was on that team, it'd be a whole different ball game. I'll tell you
Well,
that.
it would be because the only reason we made it to the Super Bowl was our special teams and our defense.
People forget that Rex Grossman was like an MVP candidate those first like
He's
8 weeks of the year.
Garbage.
No, he was like that first 8 weeks of the
Garbage.
year. He was good. Look at the
Good
stats. I'm
garbage.
not even joking. He was like
That's like
good.
saying Carson Wentz is MVP status. Like, he's good, but he's garbage.
Listen. Rex Grossman that first month of that year, he won Offensive Player of the Month,
Oh
and
no,
he was fucking
cutting
incredible.
I think I'm going under a bridge.
Ugh.
No, Rex Grossman was garbage.
I won't talk. He's like in the illustrious number of Bears quarterbacks in the past decade or 2 decades. He's like the most recognizable one. You cannot diss on my man. Like don't give me that fucking face. They made it to the fucking Super Bowl with him. Are you fucking insane?
No, they
Are
made
you
it to the Super Bowl
insane?
with Devin Hester and Lance Briggs
Yeah,
and Brian
I don't give a
Urlacher
fuck. Rex Grossman,
and
number
Charles
8, was
Tillman.
taking the
Like,
ball.
fuck
And
yourself.
yes, the ball was a little wet. He has little hands. We get it. Fumbles happen.
They weren't
But
huge.
don't you say that he was shit. They made it to the Super Bowl. And I don't hear anybody talking about his NFC Championship game. They had 40 points that game. I don't want to talk about a game that happened
Hold
15
up.
years ago.
Can
But
I just ask? Is Nick not wearing shorts?
yeah, I think his dick was
He just-
out. He was
He just
going
walk out.
boxers. He's beating his
All right.
tallywhacker on
I
the
will. I will
screen.
tell you what though. I will go back and look at
Look at his
Sexy
stats.
Rexy
Look
first
at his
8
stats,
weeks.
and look at him now because I think Nick is going to poo or something.
I was gonna say. So I
Look at his
actually
stats
before he left, I was
that
gonna
year.
ask.
I mean, he had a couple awful games at the end. Don't get me wrong. I mean, here's a lot of mistakes, but he also played all right in the beginning of the year. Like that, he
Rex
wasn't.
Daniel Grossman.
I look back at those times. I look at those quarterbacks. It was him and like Kyle Orton, and then obviously the Jay Cutler
I
era.
liked Kyle Orton.
Well, I like Kyle Orton too, but you know what? He didn't take them to the Super Bowl. Rex Grossman did. That's all I'm
Barely.
saying. He was a quarterback that whole year. You can't badmouth him because like they haven't been to the Super Bowl since. That's all I'm saying. Like any person that still talks bad about Rex Grossman now to this day, that's a weird hill to die on.
He had a cannon of an arm with no accuracy.
Who cares? Bernard Berrian got down the field. I don't want to argue about this guy's stat from 15 years ago, but he was all right. He was all right. I think that you're underselling him.
And on that note, wait, did you guys
No.
do you,
All we talked about
Kanye-
was 06.
Rex Grossman.
I know I could hear you. Kanye West went on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I listened to probably like an hour of it, and he talked for 97% of the time and made absolutely no sense.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
It was bananas. I'm like, I don't even think I could listen to this.
He's bipolar, you know.
He's just rambling about shit and then changing the subject 9 times. You're like, what was even the question? Like, what are we even talking about here? Like, this isn't even good. This is boring because you don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, he needs to kind of get back out of the limelight.
What was he talking about? Being president?
A little bit
he's the
about that.
president
A little bit
already.
about making a bunch of churches or something.
Well, I agree with
And
that.
like a
Oh, so
sustainable
he's Joel Osteen.
something. Wants to make like a monastery.
Sustainable church.
It was bad. It was bad and not good. I didn't finish listening to it. I don't think I'm going to.
Do you guys listen to
wouldn't.
Joe Rogan a lot?
Sometimes,
No.
if it's an interesting person.
That's fair.
I don't really find Joe Rogan funny,
Same.
but I think if he's got an interesting guest on there, like that's interesting.
His I thought his podcasts were too long.
A lot of them are long as shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's just I think he's just I don't know. He's not that funny. He's not like us, so.
Yeah, I've always said
Good
Joe
point.
Rogan's not
Good
us.
point.
He wishes he was us.
He is not you. Hey, I gotta take a piss. I'll be back.
What a way to end
All
it.
right.
We're gonna end it.
I mean, hey, I'll be right back.
All right, so now that he's gone, let's talk shit about him.
Yeah, this is Brian's first, might be his last podcast, folks.
I
I'm
was
sorry
kind of
for-
hoping for like a Wally Pip type situation.
far from it. Yeah, I think he this looks like more of a this looks like more of a Ben Bonaducci. What's the quarterback for the Cowboys name again? Ben DiNucci situation.
Danny Bonaducci situation.
Giuseppe Molinari, the quarterback for the Cowboys.
Ben DiNucci, he went to James Madison. He was a 7th round draft pick.
He went to the school of Gabagool.
I don't like the Cowboys are a dumpster fire. Like they're worse. Like I don't even know. Do you think they beat the Washington football team if Dak is there?
No,
Still?
no. That defense is atrocious.
I mean, because you still gave up 25 points.
That defense is bad, man. That defense is awful.
Yeah.
Brian, how's your urination?
Oh, it was so good. What'd I miss? How much shit you talk about me?
Well,
All of the shit. How do
Right.
you think it went?
I apologize. I probably talked over a bunch of times, way too much. I probably talked too much. I'm just the fall guy. But hey, if it goes bad, you can blame it on me, right?
we've definitely
is
have
true.
a reason to blame it on you. That's the thing.
Now I can actually be the fall guy.
Oh, you've been the fall guy. We blame everything on
We're
you.
blaming a lot on you. Don't worry. You're still doing our work.
You never answered my texts or my suggestions, so I don't know, guys. I don't know.
What's your do you have a suggestion for us?
Don't let guest speakers come on. They're not good.
Duly noted.
None of them.
Good.
All right. Well, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. This has been.
It's been real.
Yeah, go
folks.
ahead.
Did he do any ads?
Yeah, I'll do one right now. Brian's Warehouse. I know he brought it up first. I'll bring it up again. So there's Microsoft Surfaces. They're big old. They're big old computers and smaller ones. Well, Brian's got a bunch of them, and you can go buy
That's a small
Surface.
box.
It's a nice little laptop. You got it for you can get it for a much cheaper price than typically get at Best Buy, and yeah, Brian really would like to get rid of these puppies so he can buy more and sell them to you. So go to Brian's Warehouse and get yourself a new laptop. It's holiday season coming up.
Appreciate it. Good plug.
Yeah.
So
That'll
do
be
we move from
$1,000.
Surface? That'll be exactly one Surface tablet,
Yeah,
please.
we'll compensate with the tablets, please.
So you start with tablets, and then you move on to cocaine, and then
I
we
actually
really get
started.
cooking.
I started with cocaine and I moved on to tablets. I thought that was the upgrade.
Oh, okay. See that now I understand what happened. She was probably happy that you moved on from cocaine. She's like, "Oh, it's just Surface tablets. This is better."
She was happy, yes.
So you're pulling a Tony Blundetto. I'm trying to get into the clean business. I ain't in this dirty work anymore. I'm trying to sell tablets, not drugs.
Totally legit. They fell off a truck.
I want to run into one of those trucks that these fellows talk about. Where they fall off. Where you are? Are you guys on a mountaintop or something?
And what's the deal with airline food? Quit showing us laptops.
I'm not. I already told you no.
I should be using that.
Sir, this is a Wendy's. Do you want a Baconator?
Hey, does Marvia watch this show or what?
Yeah, he's watching.
I paid more for it than it's worth.
It's a direct marketing move to go to a consumer, aka John, to pitch your product.
All right, follow us on Instagram, Jumbo Podcast, YouTube, Relatively Jumbo Podcast, Twitter at Jumbo Podcast. Tell all of your friends, tell your friends' friends, tell your friends Fall Guy, tell them to listen to the podcast. Any last words?
Yeah, what's it called again?
The Relatively Jumbo Podcast. Write that down. Podcast.
Gigante.
And what's an
Relatively.
Instagram?
It's somewhere where you look at boobs.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in.
And us. It's boobs and us.
And gamer chicks. So yeah,
As long
boobs.
as they're tickle bitties, I'm in. And you.
Steve, last words?
Yeah, Bryan, you're good. Continue to take some falls. You got any other suggestions? Please keep them to yourself.
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Preach.
I had fun. I was
Thanks
able
for
to
coming in
drink
on short
more than
notice.
normal. Yeah.
You're not done
problem.
yet.
Yeah.
We're not done with you yet. You hold on.
Yeah, we got to do a video.
All right.
You hold on there.
And on that
sick puppy.
On that note, we're out.
Keep your TV on in the background. I got to see it.
All right, see ya.